just like the sound of it.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Y'all already know it's your boy Dream Big back at it again with another video for you guys. Stand up, Dream Squad. Let's get it. Y'all already know. Y'all see it down below. Today we're going to talk about my boy Joe Budden's academic and the desk. Everyday struggle is done. I don't care what none of y'all say. If it ain't got Joe, it's got to go. That's the motto, man. God damn it, Complex. Y'all ruining a good thing. Y'all had a good thing going. I was tuned in every day. I enjoyed to see the guests. I enjoyed seeing Joe Budden's with his commentary. I enjoyed y'all academics having his mumble rap, God flow, shouting out Trippie Redd, Lil Pump, and all the mumble rappers. I actually enjoyed that shit. I was glued to the screen. I'll just be at work at my desk just with my headphones in, just listening to, them going at it. Joe loves like the Rhapsodies. He loves real lyricists. He still showed love to like the young boys, but all in all, you knew he really don't fuck with them niggas. Like, all in all, they wearing blouses. A lot of all these drug uses. He ain't really used to that. He grew up in a different realm. Like he's used to being around the J's, the Fabs, the Jadakiss, things like that. The M's and everybody like that. Not to say that they didn't do drugs or whatever, but they these are like people that really care about their bars and not really chasing that hit. And they out here really telling stories. So news on the block. Billboard announced that Complex has confirmed that after Joe Budden's had his son, just gave birth. Sid, what's the name? Sid. His girl name is Sin Santana. Congratulations to y'all on y'all newborn baby boy. Congratulations, I know that feeling. Just had his son, his baby son on Friday. Apparently, if you listen to the Joe Budden podcast TV, think they're being petty on there. They changed their episode to Struggle Every Day. Basically, he said they've been going back and forth for months with the paperwork, trying to negotiate and see what would it take to keep him on there. And they just couldn't come with a good agreement. I know another thing he was really upset with is they would not allow him to smoke in the Complex building. Now let's talk about this because Joe was really adamant about this on his podcast. Now, as you know, smoking inside of a building, let alone a New York building, is definitely not allowed. But Joe Budden brings up a great point on his podcast. As somebody that's well known, Joe Budden is maybe like a C-list celebrity. No offense to him. He's definitely more popular nowadays than ever right now. People know him. People know his face, especially if people are showing up at Complex. Him and Academics and the Deska, I'm pretty sure that's one of the best shows on there. I don't really watch all the shows on Complex, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but as far as my opinion, the only shows on Complex I really pay attention to is the sneaker, when they go sneaker shopping with the celebrities, and Everyday Struggle. That's pretty much the only shows on there I watch. So, for instance, Academics and Joe told a story probably like a week prior of somebody, I think it was like two people, somebody came up there looking for Academics. The security guard basically, they said the security guard basically tackled this person to the ground, and he was still shouting, "Hey, check out my SoundCloud, da 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 da." And somebody like Joe, well-known rapper, respected, went through a lot of beefs. He's been on Love and Hip Hop, so this guy's been on TV multiple times. He's been signed. He has a hit record. People know Joe Buttons, and you want him to stand outside of a building on a New York street, where probably Jersey and New York, people definitely know who Joe is. Now, if this was maybe like Atlanta or somewhere else, Dallas, man, Joe, you don't got nothing to worry about. Nobody don't know where you are. But you like being in New York, people are gonna know Joe Buttons. People know Joe Buttons. Like that's his area. So he makes a good point. It don't make sense for him to be standing outside and get bum rushed by whoever out there. You don't know who could pull up and do whatever to him. So if somebody like that that's employee, famous, bringing you guys in revenue, you gotta make. I'm not saying you should let him smoke in the building, but maybe create something for him, like a room or something where he can feel comfortable to do that stuff in. If that's how he creatively releases or feels good about himself. So that's how I feel about that. Then we got Academics. So Academics is currently he went on his Twitter and his Twitch stream and basically gave his opinion on it. He's basically on Twitter just talking about how sad and disappointed he is on Complex. Why can't they just come to an agreement? Why they can't just negotiate this thing? It took them, months to build that rapport on the show. It started off rough when they first started Everyday Struggle, and now that it was finally getting good, and it was good chemistry, and they felt good about going at each other every episode, and now it's all done. Now they got DJ Who Kid, which doesn't seem like he's ready to really. I know he's like a temporary host, but he doesn't really seem like he's ready to go all in and really say some real stuff on the show. Like for instance on Monday, the first day I seen Who Kid on the show, they were talking about the Eminem album, and Eminem is his boss. Meanwhile, Joe's pretty much in the same predicament, and he really didn't want to say nothing. He really played the fence. He played the fence real. I mean, he could have been telling the truth, like Revival is one of his favorites, whatever. If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. But to be honest, as an Eminem fan, I know he's lying. Like he just was dodging questions. He just said, I really like that River song with Ed Sheeran. I do like that song though, for real. But besides that, it's a no for me. It's a no. So yeah, man. I don't really know how this show is gonna go. I know Academics is currently negotiating his contract. I don't know if Academics is looking. If they don't give him a good deal, I don't know if Academics is willing to stay. I mean, if it's gonna be Academic show, he might as well just stay on his platform, stay at home in New Jersey, or maybe on Joe Budden's podcast, Mal kind of said, why don't y'all kind of do your own thing, make your own channel on YouTube, so where you don't gotta deal with the middleman. And he might be onto something. The only thing is, they probably won't be able to get those guests. They probably won't be able to get those Jeezys and the Ashantis on their show like that. But apparently Joe made Everyday Struggle and didn't even want guests on the show. So it might actually work out for them for the better. So yeah, I think it's not looking good. Comment down below if you are you do you want Joe to stay? Who do you feel will work best with Academics on Everyday Struggle? Who should they hire to be the next host? How do you feel about Joe leaving? And as you know, If you ain't hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe down below. Leave a comment down below. And like this. Let's get it on the top list. And we out. Till tomorrow, man. Bye.